In Perth in Scotland, we are currently 1 day out from PCA Scotland. It's actually 1:20 in the morning right now. I'm off to see my client Chris Gross, who is competing in Masters Men's Physique tomorrow. He awkwardly wakes up like super early, and this has been his routine for the entire prep. He trains at like 1 in the morning, so we didn't want to disrupt his digestion, and we decided to continue that even 1 day out, and show day he's just going to try and nap in between. Prep does this to people. You'll probably know what I'm on about. When you're late in prep, don't get much sleep, and you don't feel you need much sleep. You feel energized no matter what. We've tried our best to improve his sleep. He has got to 7 hours on some nights, but you'll see in a moment he is looking extremely impressive. We've already ran 2 days of carb load already, 850 grams on the first day, 950 grams yesterday, and for about 2 weeks prior to that we had his carbs up at almost 400 grams daily with no cardio whatsoever. So we got him absolutely peeled, and when someone is in that kind of condition, you can give them food, back off on cardio, their cortisol levels reduce, glycogen slowly fills, and they just start looking better and better and better. And that condition doesn't go anywhere as long as you have them kind of at a maintenance body weight, weighing themselves daily, and they're not shooting up, they're continually either staying steady or moving down slightly, and just continue to reverse into the show, and they'll just get better and better. And usually you can start a carb load in that position too. You don't necessarily need to even pull them back, because if you flatten them off too much, it's going to take too much to fill out. And then if he's already had 1,000 grams of carbs for 3 days straight, if you're going to go more than that, that's going to end up distending midsection. So you actually want to start a carb load with a certain amount of glycogen already in the tank, and you don't necessarily need to be depleted to be sensitive, especially when there's tools available such as insulin and metformin, and you're prepping an enhanced guy. So I will be setting off now. I'm going to go and see him. It was a long drive to Scotland yesterday. We drove up, staying in the Holiday Inn in Perth. It was about 9 hours, but we broke that up into little parts. So I will catch you in a second. So wherever possible on a peak week, I like to be able to see my clients in person from about 2 days out from the show, especially if it's the first time I've ever peaked them. And this is because the visuals can change so quickly, literally by the minute and by the hour, and being able to make the right move at the right time is really important. And although I am confident I can do things from check-in photos, being able to see things with your own eyes in person sometimes tells a different story when different lighting and things are involved. So at this point in the peak, Chris was looking a little flat. We can definitely fill him more from this position here. So as you are about to see, a big meal is going to go in.
Water written down, vitamin C. We're good, brother. Right. I can eat now.
Come. What's this you got going on there?
We have trained by JP, chocolate orange, the base, which is like cake, aka cream and ice, with some whey iso, some raspberries, followed by an exact amount of pink salt.
What's this down?
Followed by peanut butter, some jam, some bagels. Time to fill up.
Got the honey going. Oh, there's peanut butter now.
Peanut butter. Finishing touches. Now?
Mate, you need to go peanut butter first, then jam. You can't do it that way around.
Oh yeah? Are you one of them?
Yeah, that's like sacrilege. Precise peanut butter measurements.
Jelly. Boom. So we have the cream of rice concoction with a nice big fat sourdough bagel filled with peanut butter jelly delightfulness.
And according to Chris's What's Maybe Bro Science, being in a dimly lit living room is optimal for digestion.
You like it? Oh, Alex, straight away, See the difference?
Yep.
With water.
Yeah, it's water then.
It's water. Thank God for that.
It's not like all that work can instantly vanish over nothing. So, oh yeah, fucking hell,
that
mate.
feels
Jesus
better.
Christ. So this is where we learnt something really important about Chris's body, because on previous peak trials, we hadn't manipulated water intake this time. It was one day out, so in order to dry out and fill out at the same time, usually what works with a lot of people is to scale back water just a little bit. With Chris, we pulled him down a few litres of water for the day as a whole, because he was already on very, very high water intake, and he started to flatten out dramatically. So we added back in 1 litre of water, and at this point is when we knew we needed to keep a bit more water in than we would for the typical competitor.
I better.
Yeah. Fuller than you've ever been the whole week. That's the fullest you've looked. So just come down from Perth to Limitless in Stirling to meet up with client Josh, who is about 9 weeks out from PCA South West at the moment. Just been through a bit of a brutal back session, didn't film any of it, but get some footage here in the posing studio. As a bit of an intro to Josh, we have been working together for a couple of years now. He joined me after he'd fully recovered from his patella tendon tear surgery. It is a career-ending surgery for a lot of bodybuilders, but Josh has defied the odds and come back from this. We prepped him for Granite City, as well as the PCA Scotland and the UK UP Scotland last year. He did incredibly well, taking some good wins that season. And I'm coming back this year to bring an even better package. See the back just when he just thumbs up. Oh, lovely hamstring, man. Good. Down low with the elbows. Even more? Yeah, there. So it is show day at PCA Scotland. I am currently outside of the place where they're doing the tanning, waiting for my client Chris to arrive. We are going to have a look at him before and after he gets his tan done. He's on stage in about 4 hours time. He's currently 3 meals in. We've decided to keep water intake in today at a decent level because we discovered yesterday he does flatten off very quickly as soon as you pull that down, whereas a lot of people can scale that back and even take it out almost entirely and they just get better and better. Chris is the opposite. So we just gauge the look at every opportunity. Give him water when it's needed, give him food when it's needed, keep him topped up, but he is looking on point. I'm also going to be judging the show today, so I ironed my white shirt this morning, got to be in the venue for 9:30 and the show starts at about 10:30. I'm also going to be doing the feedback today on the laptop and emailing that all out to the competitors during and after the show. So as I always say to the competitors of PCA, if you ever want a bit more feedback from me, a bit more personal, then give me a message and I'll go into a little bit more detail, because obviously we've got to get this done very quickly and do everyone's feedback throughout the day. Sometimes it comes across as a little bit generic, although I do try and be as specific as possible with everyone, but you're always welcome to give me a message on Instagram or WhatsApp or whatever, and I'll go into a bit more detail for you.
It's peeled.
Wow.
Vein, I haven't had that one.
Lovely. Good. Have another turn. Wow. Side's even better. midsection control's great too.
I can hold this all day.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and again.
Yeah, I wanted to see. So, all dressed up and ready to go with judging and feedback today. The show starts at 10:30, which is a bit earlier than it usually is because of the size of the show. A lot of competitors, a lot of very good bodybuilders, big, high standard show today. I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour of the venue from here, where we are. Some not so healthy snacks and energy drinks for the judges down here. Yo, how are you?
Let's put it close up.
Yeah.
Okay guys, so we are about 1 hour approximately from getting on stage in the Scottish Pro Qualifier Championships. The work has been done. Me and Alex have designed something pretty spectacular, which I'm sure you guys are going to see shortly. But first, let's have a banana muffin.
Side pose. Lovely.
From the side, your left hand behind your head.
Tighten it, come on!
Facing the rear arm. Gentlemen, posing with your arms overhead, hands open.
Nice pancake.
From the side, your left hand behind your head.
Tight here, come on now, let's go. Let's go. Nice pancake.
Facing the rear arms overhead, hands open. From the side, your right hand behind your head.
Nice and tight here, pancake. Come on now.
Facing the front, abdominal. Audience members, a round of applause. This is the new winner, athlete number 77, Rest! A huge round of applause, each and every one of us phenomenal masters physique athlete. And a final pose from the top three. Gentlemen, almost. And the relapse, just the winner. Category winner. One more pose, a different pose. Thank you.
Here with Chris, it's about 6 p.m. now. We've just come out of the show and Chris did amazingly well in the Masters Physique category. The lineup of 9 guys, including 1 previous British champion, and he made everyone look soft. We came in 100%. He's 10 kilos above his last stage weight, which was at the PCA Worlds when we actually competed on the same day together, and he looked great. Unfortunately, an absolute genetic freak showed up to the overall, but Chris didn't make it easy for him. We stood our ground and it was very close. So spoke to Ryan, the head of the PCA, and he recommends that we keep trying for pro qualifiers. So up next, potentially Spain, PCA Netherlands, Universe. We're going to keep going till we get the card. So anything you want to say about today, Chris? How did you find it?
Scottish Championships, it was an absolute phenomenal experience. The standard was really good. You've seen the competition, it's amazing. But we did exactly what we planned to do. Be freakishly good in all areas, be sharp, conditioned, shape, size to be added after having that chat shortly after the Worlds in 2024. And we did that, but overall it was close. But what an experience. Scottish champion, and now the job's not finished. We've got a plan to do, and I'm really excited for the next few weeks now. Let's come back even better. But the condition coach's staple in being absolutely peeled to the bone was met today, and let's just go again.
And how did you find the whole prep in general from start to finish?
The level of detail with yourself was just second to none. It's just phenomenal. I could not have been any better, and you've brought me to a level which was unimaginable the last time out. If you look at the two physiques, then maybe put a before and after up here or something to my last stage, because it's a different guy. And fantastic coaching. Can't thank you enough. I could never have done it without you.
Like I said, every one of my athletes, Chris included, I lived the prep with them. I haven't been on stage since 2024, and all my athletes, I feel all their emotions. I feel like I'm stepping on stage myself today through Chris. And
it's not just me at theirs, it's such, I feel part of a team, and like, you want it more than me, and I felt that in your coaching. Nothing was missed, the detail was phenomenal, you were methodical. It's just like, you will never get a coaching experience like that. And people think they've got good coaches, and we're not saying bad about any coaches, but this is a level I've never experienced. And
saying that though, you're a level of athlete that I've never experienced. To the
thank you, man.
How hard you work. You never complain once. You're very positive about the whole experience. You're so fine with every single detail.
Thank you.
Not sticking to plan would never cross your mind whatsoever.
Oh,
you want to work even harder. I'm having to pull you back and actually tell you to do an Alex level of cardio.
That's the level that we have. Chris cardio, which is the wrong type of cardio, and we have what you're supposed to do. We call it Alex cardio. So I used to say, can I do Chris cardio? And then he'd bring me back down. And look, I was absolutely peeled to the bone. The systems that Alex used is not bespoke. So the level of detail is for that specific person, their day-to-day, their age, their genetic profile, and it's just phenomenal experience, man.
We've learned a lot about your body this week for peak week.
Now we go again and
repeat the process.
We do the same and we get that pro card.
That'll do.